I needed to understand the sound that was made as each individual voice sang a different melody, and the incredible result when the different parts were sung together. From as early as I can remember, I'd worshipped the great singers: Stevie Wonder, the Carpenters, Ella Fitzgerald, the Jackson 5, and other giants from my elder sisters' and parents' record collections. Their voices just grabbed me. The Carpenters with their lush, smooth arrangements and seemingly effortless harmonies. Stevie and his deeply soulful genius. I'd listen for hours to the records, dissecting each part of their complex vocals. I began to hear the unique way singers built up, layer upon layer with their voices, creating a silky smooth sound. My older brother Ian, who shared my passion, would constantly compete with me to find an extra harmony on a record, one that he and I felt the artist had somehow missed. It was nearly always a harmony that had been left out for good reason, as the effect invariably sounded like a car horn by the time we'd finished. In 1966, my family moved from the town of Ilford to a 4-bedroomed semi in the small suburb of Maidstone in Kent. The modest house overlooked an area of open land called Pennenden Heath. In medieval times, the heath had been a place of execution, where felons and suspected witches were hanged. In the 60s, the only things found hanging were on my mother's washing line, and the gallows had been replaced by the local pub. "I'm not going!" I spat. With gritted teeth, the 5-year-old me wailed and clung like a demented monkey to my father's legs. "You'll be fine, sweetheart. St. Paul's is a lovely school, and you'll soon make friends." My father winced as he tried with no success to prise my small but determined fingers from his thighs. "No, Daddy, please don't leave me here." Accustomed to the first-day reactions of young children, the kindergarten teacher crouched down beside me and whispered, "Would you like to try on my shoes? They're brand new." With eyes wide, I stared at Ruth Hughes. Her eyebrows were painted on in thin lines like 2 licorice laces, and she wore her jet-black hair swept up at the back, as if someone had hidden a bread roll underneath. Her lips and shoes were fire-engine red, and I was certain that she was the most beautiful person I'd ever seen. After loosening the vice-like grip on my father, I stared down at the shoes that Mrs. Hughes had slipped off and pushed towards me. I was utterly smitten with this fabulous new person in my life, and when, as a bonus, her red shoes made a satisfying clacking noise, I teetered off in them happily, without not so much as a backwards glance at my relieved father. Ruth Hughes taught me how to read, write, and play games, and from that first day at St. Paul's, she sparked my lifelong love of shoes. She had 2 sons, Clive and Paul. Clive worked as an entertainer at a Butlins holiday camp, and Paul attended the same school as my brother, but a couple of years ahead of him. Paul Hughes and Ian became friends, teased girls, and studied karate together. They both loved music, and Paul, an exceptional pianist, was also a talented composer. At times, Paul was brooding and frustrated at having no outlet for his musicality, and he subsequently developed problems at school. He became a regular fixture at our house, often bunking school to drink afternoon tea and share his woes with my mother, Molly. She was kind and understood him.